I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Rotom. When it comes to horror movies, it doesn't scare me too much to see a monster or a human killer. Years of video games have given me an unreasonable idea of who I can and cannot take in a fight. I am sometimes a bit creeped out by more supernatural spookiness, and nowhere more so than a good J-horror. The Ring is a classic for a reason, and the image of Sadako emerging from the TV after the creepy video images is iconic. Haunting electronics and machinery wasn't a brand new invention, of course. In Poltergeist we saw ghosts on the other side of the TV, and classic episodes of The Twilight Zone had possessed appliances and horrifying signals. More recently, the so-called creepypasta uses corrupted video games as an expert way to get under the skin of a nerd like me. Perhaps on a meta level, horror movies and video games can be extra scary if they convince you that it isn't safe on the other side of the screen. Rotom, which has the same name in English and Japanese, and is just Mota backwards, is an electric and ghost type Pokemon which can possess machinery of all shapes and sizes. Despite first appearing in a creepy ghost house and emerging from a TV just like Sadako, it's a pretty cute Pokemon, and has become a friendly companion in more recent entries. Rotom first appeared as a floating red orb with a mischievous face and blue lightning crackling around it, bolts extending from the sides like limbs. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl tell us, its body is composed of plasma. It is known to infiltrate electronic devices and wreak havoc. The Pokemon is fairly weak overall, if somewhat fast, and wasn't too impressive. But Pokemon Platinum tells us, its electric-like body can enter some kinds of machines, and take control in order to make mischief. And starting from Pokemon Platinum, Rotom was able to possess household appliances, and take on new forms, a capacity it retains to this day. In these forms, Rotom loses a little speed, but gains massively in defensive stats and special attack, while also switching to odd typings, which, along with the Levitate ability, make it pretty hard to hit. Welcome back to Does Andy Remember Gen 4 Pokemon?
And if so, does he have any thoughts about,
Rotom.
That is the Pokemon. I think it's metal. Is it a steel Pokemon?
No, you should remember Rotom.
Is this the one that becomes other things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, the one that's Pokedex. Yeah. And many other things like washing machines.
Yep.
Yes. Fridges.
Yep.
Not in your house, am I right?
Whee. Here's hoping by the
Call
time
back
this
to
episode
10,
goes out, I've got
15
a
weeks
fridge.
Do you want me to list some other microwave, probably?
Well, there's like an oven.
Rice cooker?
It's like an all-in-one oven / microwave / rice cooker. Very Japanese.
Right. Yeah, really saving on space. I like it.
There's two more. There's two more
devices.
implements.
TV. It must be a TV.
No, although you originally find it in a TV, like the Ring.
There we go. TV. Got it. Two more. Ooh.
I can tell you the type it makes it.
Electric knife sharpener.
No, one of them makes it flying type. One of them makes it grass type.
Okay. What is a drone?
No.
Okay. What else flies that's electric?
I mean, it kind of doesn't.
Oh, great. Okay. Is it a kitchen appliance or is it a?
No.
See, this is a lawnmower.
The lawnmower is the grass one, yeah.
Yeah, I got that one without having to. Yeah. What else could it be? What's gonna fly that
So
doesn't? fly?
helicopter and drone were along the right lines.
Paper airplane.
No.
Full aeroplane.
No.
Toy aeroplane.
What do helicopters and drones have?
Propellers.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a fan?
Yes, a fan. It can also be your bicycle and Gen 8.
Huh, cool.
That's why you get no
Wait.
boost.
Which gen's that? Is that?
Sword and Shield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. It's been a while.
By possessing a microwave, it can become the fire and electric type Heat Rotom. Pokemon Sword tells us, this Rotom has possessed a convection microwave oven that uses a special motor. It also has a flair for manipulating flames. And Shield says, this form of Rotom enjoys making mischief by turning up the heat. It will gleefully burn your favorite outfit. Alternatively, by possessing a washing machine, it can become the electric and water type Rotom Wash. Pokemon Scarlet says of this one, this Rotom has entered a washing machine. It nods with satisfaction after it floods the surrounding area. Oddly, Rotom apparently only possesses one model, perhaps explaining why they all look the same. Pokemon Violet tells us, the model of washing machine that Rotom can inspirit has been discontinued, so these appliances are now traded at high prices. Wash and Heat, in particular, have type combinations that make them very popular Pokemon competitively. That said, the other three are far from useless. By possessing a fridge, it can become the Ice and Electric Frost Rotom, of whom Pokemon Shield says, when it's like this, Rotom likes to play pranks that are freezing cold. You may find it's turned the bath you just filled to solid ice. And Pokemon Scarlet says, this Rotom has entered a refrigerator. It leaps around gleefully after it uses cold air to freeze the area around it. And Violet says, the special motor within the refrigerator is the key to bringing about Rotom's change in form. The form change required travelling to physical appliances in older generations, but by the time of Scarlet and Violet has been streamlined so alternate forms can be selected from a catalogue. By possessing a fan, we get the Flying and Electric Rotom Fan. Electric and Flying is not a specially rare type, and the Flying type makes the Levitate ability irrelevant. Pokemon Sword says, in this form, Rotom applies its new power over wind to its love of pranks. It will happily blow away any important documents it can find. Oddly, despite its redundancy, Fan Rotom was apparently the first developed. Pokemon Violet tells us, there are several appliances that Rotom can inspirit, but the first one to be developed was the electric fan. The last of the main Rotom forms is Rotom Mow, a grass and electric type Pokemon resulting from Rotom possessing an electric lawnmower. Pokemon Violet tells us, this Rotom has possessed a lawnmower. It will mow down grass and flowers, then swagger around with pride at its accomplishments. Amusingly, all the Rotom forms can be caught in time-space disturbances in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and the futuristic technology they possess bamboozles the professor's attempts to describe them in the Pokédex. A form in which Rotom lurks within a misshapen wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow's mechanisms are bizarre. The original form, which from the 7th generation we are informed is Rotom possessing a light bulb, and these 5 alternate forms, are all the Rotoms which can be captured and used in battle. They aren't the end of the story, however. Pokemon Scarlet tells us of Mow Rotom. The lawnmower is one of the household appliances that led to the development of the Rotom Dex. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, the player's Pokédex is a Rotom Dex, possessed by the Pokemon and subsequently imbued with far more personality and usefulness. From Sword and Shield, we've upgraded again and now carry a Rotom Phone. This critter-infested device can fly separately, floating around to take perfect hands-free selfies, saving trainers who fall from cliffs in Paldea, and infusing bicycles with boost power in Galar. In the anime, too, Ash had a Rotom Dex, which is even more of a character than the old monotone Dexter in the original Indigo season. The highlight for me of Rotom Dex in the anime is Team Rocket's disinterested, bored, uninformed Rotom, who almost always leads to a great gag. Those aren't even all the appearances of Rotom. There are Rotoms possessing the job PCs in Galar, causing nuisances by inhabiting devices in various anime episodes, or even serving as judges in the form of Drone Rotom. From spooky origins and a somewhat obscure appearance in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Rotom has developed into an ever-present companion and assistant. Perhaps this upgrade, to something closer to a mascot for the series, makes sense. Many have suggested that Rotom may be an homage to Pulseman, the hero of a platforming game which Game Freak developed for the Sega Genesis before the release of Pokemon Red and Green. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon is composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is all by me, Luke Summerhaze. Funding is provided by lovely listeners. If you'd like to help keep the lights on, or give your thanks, head over to patreon.com/podcastio-podcastiers. There you can find links to the other shows my pals and I create, or for just $1 a month, listen to episodes as soon as we're done editing. I love hearing from you guys. A 5-star rating and review on your podcasting app of choice, or even better telling a friend about the show, would always be much appreciated. Our next monsters are Uxie and Mesprit. Let me know your thoughts or feelings about those or any other Pokemon on Twitter or Facebook at LukeLovesPKMN. Catch more Pokemon content at twitch.tv/LukeLovesPKMN Friday nights from 9 PM UK time. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Rotom, and remember, I love you too.